moving into our next division, and that is the Southern Africa Indian Ocean Division. Our host city for this division is Port Louis, and we're just so excited to be with the Southern African Indian Ocean Division. They are the newest World Church region, covering much of Africa and island nations in the Indian Ocean. They have more than 150 million people living in their division, and there are more than 3.5 million Seventh-day Adventist church members in this division. So the ratio of Adventist people to every people is about 72. So they have a lot of Adventists that are here in the Southern Africa Indian Ocean Division. Ian, can you just tell us a little bit more about this division?
Yeah, so the youth director is Busi Kumalo, and he's been ministering for 23 years, but now he is, again, the division director. He's right here on the screen, and he has a great quote as far as his vision and what he seeks to do. And he says, "I love young people, and nothing brings me more happiness than seeing youth embracing Jesus Christ and forsaking their evil ways." So just such a good quote, talking about his heart for his youth and for really the division.
Ian, as we've been introducing several divisions, we've seen the visions that these youth directors have for their particular divisions. And I just love that they are so visionary, and I'm so grateful for these teams that are giving us the boost and the energy to be able to accomplish some things. There are 5 educational institutions in this division. They have a Helderberg College in South Africa, Mozambique Adventist Seminary. They have a Ruzanga University in Zambia. They have the Zocher Adventist University in Madagascar. They have the Solusi University in Zimbabwe. And they have several missionaries and healthcare institutions there. I mean, they are really just doing some great things. They have an Adventist hospital there with about 150 patient beds. And they see about 200 patients every day. And we want to give a shout out to this particular division because this is where our youth director comes from, Pastor Paco. So he just wants to shout out his division. So shout out to you all in Botswana for being where Pastor Paco is from.
That's right, absolutely. And right now, before we jump into this division, we want to give a challenge to everyone in the Southern African Indian Ocean Division, all the youth. Please go out there, be the sermon, and put the hashtag so that Emily can see you. We can shout you out. We want to see what you're doing today.
Continue to be creative in your methods of reaching people across the world. Make those connections, form connections, and again, be the sermon. So I'm excited to see what this division has for us. So let's travel down to Port Louis.
Hello and welcome to the Southern Africa Indian Ocean Division. We're here in beautiful Mauritius where the weather is nice, but the people are nicer. I'm here with you for Global Youth Day where the theme is adoption. Now we got many amazing stories. We got inspiring stories. I'm about to be inspired. You're about to be inspired. I might shed a few tears. Who knows? So I'm excited. Let's get right into it. But before we do, the water is looking a little great, so excuse me for a second. Woo! I'll see you on the other side! Take a trip east from the southern tip of Africa, and you find yourself on a small, tiny island with a big personality, boasting a population of 1.2 million of the friendliest people. Mauritius is known for its cultural background, tropical vegetation, and sandy white beaches. Now, a little while earlier I said they're really nice people, but how nice, you may ask?
Bonjour, bienvenue à l'île Maurice. Here's your GYD pack.
Merci. Now, in 2017, Mauritius was 1 in 4 countries in the world that wasn't experiencing internal or external conflict, and therefore they don't even have a standing army. I mean, how peaceful is that? And since we're here in Mauritius for the GYD SID, I feel that you, as Mauritius, need to start. Okay, so please tell us what happened today.
Donc voilà, c'était pour nous une très grande joie d'être les mains et les pieds de Jésus aujourd'hui. On a commencé à 5 h du matin, on a visité des abris de nuit et on a partagé à manger avec ceux qui vivent là-bas. Et on a aussi visité les foyers pour les enfants, on a partagé à manger avec eux, on a joué un petit peu aussi avec eux. Et ce qui était intéressant, c'est qu'ils ne voulaient pas nous laisser partir.
Oh, génial!
Et aussi, on a fait une marche contre la violence contre les enfants. Donc les jeunes étaient très excités de participer à cette marche et on était très mobilisés pour combattre contre cette violence.
Oh, je suis très content. God, it's so exciting. All the things that are happening. Please take a look.
Literature has shaped the fabric of time itself, and knowing this, the youth of Mauritius took to the streets, handing out pamphlets and books about the love of God. The response was remarkable, as many of the recipients were spotted stopping in their tracks and paging through the books handed to them. As the day progressed, the youth moved their ministry to St. Hugh Anglican Home for the Elderly. There, they fellowshipped with the residents, laughing and just enjoying what the day had to offer. This visit would be topped off with worship that included singings and prayers for the elderly. What a beautiful way of showing the love of God through simple acts as prayers, songs, and laughter. They would cap the day off with a visit to the hospital, where they entered several wards with water, food, and supplies to help cheer the otherwise gloomy patients. Smiles could be seen and hope felt as families accepted these gifts as well as prayers offered by the youth. It was indeed a truly remarkable and blessed day.
Hi everyone, it's Cecilia from Mauritius. We're here in Cupip for our Global Youth Day. So this year our theme is violence. In the light of the recent events that have happened in the country and because of the mounting amount of violence, we have decided that our theme for this year will be Youth of Yesterday, the Youth of Today, what's the difference? To explore these themes, we're going to have various segments with various focus groups. So there will be a group for children, another group for the adolescents, and a third group for the adults, whereby we'll be exploring violence in those different age groups.
we're having different parts for today, for the Global Youth Day. And the first part will be the skit, where we will talk about the social illness of our society. After that, we will have an overview of what happened in the different groups. And to finish, we will have a praise and worship.
I am the youth leader of a local church in Okule, and I would like to send a message of hope to all of you. With a mounting amount of violence in our society today, I would like to make a call upon you to not engage in violence yourself, but to be instead a bringer of light to the world.
Violence has become rampant in Mauritius, and since everyone has experienced it, we can now move to a skit to see how it impacts us.
Pas déranger mon garçon, la mémoire. Allez, ça ballon bas. Pas casse la tête, mon.
Yann Slade, donc rentré?
Non, pas moi.
Pas toi ça. Tu cas, j'aime à côté de son chief, des ennemis, l'école finie.
Moi, tu as une affaire.
Qui ça fait?
Pas mal, j'aime pas.
And the sketch that I watched, the last one, relating to prison ministry, is a very powerful one, because every week, as the director of prison ministry for the Conference of Mauritius, I meet many people behind the bars, serving long sentences. Sometimes I meet foreigners, but the majority of the prisoners are Mauritians, and most of them have been involved in drug trafficking.
My name is Tahin. I'm the pastor of Malherbe and Okule Church. We have 85 non-Adventists who are present in this program, and we have also more than 60 youth Adventists with us this afternoon. So glory to the Lord. God is good.
So now we'll be going back inside to see the opening of the events for the various focus groups.
So the workshops organized for the children promote non-violence through the activities such as coloring, debates, and also origami.
Thank you for staying with us. We're now closing the program, and I'd like to say a special thank you to all of the participants for today, for the different stakeholders, the people who have organized it, the people from the church in Malherbe and Okule who have come together to make this event possible. I would also like to thank the Federation of Adventist Churches in Mauritius, as well as the division who have lent their support. And a special thank you to the people from the Ministry of Social Security who have come to lend us a helping hand.
While the sketches against violence were being performed on one end of the island, on another part, a march against violence was in progress.
Hi, my name is Cleon. I'm from Mauritius Island. We are right now in the capital city, Port Louis. I'm from Port Louis Church. Today, in view of the Global Youth Day, we had a wonderful sermon this morning by our pastor, Busi Kumalo. And then we headed to an orphanage in the city. We had a wonderful time with those children. We shared a meal with them. We played with them. We had some activities, some face painting. And then we started a peace march from the capital city. And this was to sensitize our citizens against child abuse and violence against our children.
Aujourd'hui, on a fait une sensibilisation contre la violence envers les enfants. Premièrement, on est parti dans un orphelinat où on a peu parlé avec 2-3 enfants qui n'ont pas de parents, où les parents les ont abandonnés, etc. On a pu constater qu'on a une très grande chance, nous, d'être entourés des personnes dans l'église, et aussi qu'on a des parents avec qui on peut parler, avec qui on peut partager un repas. Et on a partagé un déjeuner avec eux. C'était marrant intéressant parce que aussi on a fait des jeux, on les a parlé. On a vu que ces enfants-là, Vraiment, ils ont aimé que nous sommes venus avec eux, que nous avons partagé un déjeuner avec eux. Après cela, on a fait une marche pacifique de l'église de Port-Louis pour aller à la mairie, où on a pu dire aux gens, montrer à ces personnes que nous ne sommes pas d'accord, qu'il existe une violence contre les jeunes.
And we headed back to the Port-Louis Church right now. Thank you.
The Seventh-day Adventist youth made their way to Caritas Mauritius for Global Youth Day, where they held a feeding program for the homeless and those in need. The excitement was high as Pastor Stephen and the conference provided meals and fellowshiped with the people in the area. All this to comfort those who were homeless as well as those who had been rejected by their families.
Et moi, je suis un problème familial. Après, quand j'ai un handicap, je suis tombé. Je suis un traitement médical. Et puis, là, on est un petit coup de main. Il fait beaucoup de choses, moi.
Je suis Patrick Okana.
Comment retrouvez-vous dans ce centre?
À cause d'une différence familiale. Ça fait 5 ans. On fait ici, on fait pour lui, on retourne là.
Ah, ok. Comment ça centre-là peut aider?
Ah, beaucoup.
Beaucoup.
Sans quoi? Sans motivation mentale, sans motivation cimetière.
Ok. Et comment on trouve ça, un petit groupe zen qui est avec vous là?
Ah, je suis bien content. Parce que longtemps, quand je défends ma match là, moi-même, je suis dans la prière.
Ok. Et comment qui bon Dieu fait de vous là?
Beaucoup. Mais malgré, je tout ça, soutien là, mais je suis malade. Il a diabète, tension. Il a gastrique, schizophrénie, les yeux usés. Là, la semaine passée, il a fait des sacs, il a alors, mais je suis dans la même bonté. Moi, je fais pour moi, le docteur fait pour lui, le bon Dieu fait pour lui.
L'église de la Golette à l'île Maurice. Et aujourd'hui, on est venu visiter 2 petites filles qu'on a l'habitude de venir visiter. C'est Julia et sa sœur Julie. Et Julie et Julia, excusez-moi, Julie et Julia. Et comme chaque fois on vient les visiter, elles sont vraiment contentes. Là, elle est un petit peu, comment vais-je dire, timide. Et tous ces aventuriers-là, à chaque fois on vient les visiter. Mais aujourd'hui, on a eu encore l'occasion de venir visiter encore une fois. Visiter. Bye.
Et on est content parce que quand on est rentré ici, Doven s'est souvenu de nous et il est très content. Même là, il y avait Sandia qui était à côté de Doven. Du moment que Sandia s'est levée pour partir, qui est juste là, j'ai vu que Doven était un peu triste, mais apparemment il pensait que Sandia allait partir, mais non, on va rester un petit moment. Et juste pour rappel que Doven, cette année-ci, il aura 17 ans.
Oui.
17 ans.
17 ans.
What an amazing, amazing beginning to the show. I mean, Mauritius did not come to play. Look Look at all these umbrellas. It's amazing, as well as my new threads. I hope you like them. Up next, we are going to Angola, where the youth, when they heard it was adoption, decided to adopt, wait for it, transportation. You heard me right, transportation. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Angola GYD 2019 Adopt. We are going to show you some of the activities with the youth are doing today during the Global Youth Day.
Adote prisioneiro, paciente e órfão. Adote!
In Lubango, the youth have adopted a transport system where they offer free transport on Friday evenings. During the bus ride, the young people conduct a worship service for the passengers and also distribute free literature.
Jesus Cristo quer ser o nosso orientador. Nós é que negamos essa orientação. Nós negamos essa orientação. Nesta noite, queridos, não vamos temer. Sem medo de errar, eu digo que o único caminho que existe nessa vida é Jesus Cristo.
In just a span of an hour, they are able to reach out to over 100 people.
Podemos ir? Sim. Antes que nós assim possamos avançar, iremos ouvir uma oração para consagrar a viagem para que nós possamos chegar bem.
Through this initiative, a number of people have indicated that they would like to know more about the church, while some now attend worship services. Also in Lubango, other youth have opted to offer a free haircut service, which in turn has drawn a lot of attention from the public. While getting a haircut, clients are ministered to through biblical lessons shared by the young people.
Bem, esse impacto envolve uma caridade essa que estamos aqui a fazer, como podes ver.
Olá pessoal, sou a Josefa Félix, estamos aqui na Igreja Remanescente a fazer uma atividade do Impacto 2019, isto é, corte de cabelo, salvar do pecado, guiar no serviço, adote.
A ideia de que como cristão devemos servir a comunidade, achamos que temos o grande objetivo de servir a nossa comunidade.
It is inspiring to see the church embrace these unique methods of evangelism.
Dia Mundial da Juventude, eu sou o irmão, adote!
It's one of those days that I came back from work early, a bit tired, and I wanted to go to bed early as well. And then I got a call from a friend telling me that there is a child in need of dental treatment. As I was sleeping, that information was bothering me on what I can do to help. I woke up early in the morning to do my routine stuff, prepare for jogging. As I was jogging, still that thought in my mind of what I can do to help that child. I finished doing my jogging. I started my day. I called the child's mother so that she can come with the child at the clinic. The following day, they came for the treatment. And the child got helped. She was in pain, in a lot of pain. And she got the treatment, then she got better. After that, she was sent home very happy. So I went to find out if there is somebody else they could help for free. Since the Global Youth Day, as I was meeting people there, I met this lady which needed help. I helped the lady also.
Hello, I'm Dr. Marcela. I work here at the Centro Médico Adventista. This is the dental area. So today we'll be here with our dear patient. We'll be doing a removable partial denture, basically to remake her smile. As you can see, she has some missing teeth, so we'll be able to replace her missing teeth.
I would like to encourage my fellow youth on this Global Youth Day to give freely to help somebody. And that's what God wants us to do. to help one another, to adopt somebody.
Hello, welcome to GYD 2019 in Wambo. My name is Angelina.
And I'm Justin.
We're here to present you guys in an orphanage in Wambo called Abrigo.
Yes, today we are going to offer a very special program in this place. We are going to offer prayers, we're going to offer songs, and finally we're going to have a very special meal.
The theme for this year's Global Youth Day, Adopt, has brought a lot of excitement among the youth in Wambo. We are serious in doing God's work. Pole and his singing group have adopted an entire home that shelters both old and young homeless people, including children.
O que me motivou a estar aqui é o amor ao Cristo, ao próximo, né? O amor ao próximo. Estamos aqui com todos os nossos senhores aqui, num lar de idoso, e curiosidade, a gente passou por cá. Nós pensamos que fosse um lar adotado já pelo governo, mas afinal ninguém está aqui a apoiar esse centro, e já para já nós aproveitamos a partir de hoje adotar o mesmo centro.
Their major source of hope is in these young people, as they are the ones who take care of all the needs in this shelter. Besides catering for basic needs, the buildings here also require refurbishment, such as replacing the roof, painting, and much more. Pole and his group will ensure that all of this is achieved. The young people have gone a step further and each adopted at least one person in the home.
Pai Domingos, quantas pessoas é que vivem aqui neste centro?
De momento tenho 37.
37. Sim. Qual é o teu nome?
Chubila.
Chubila, você vive aqui? Tens quantos anos, Chubila?
7.
7 anos, não estudas. Gostarias de ter o que aqui? Roupa? Mais que?
Sapato.
Mais? Também não precisa estudar? Estudar, né? Tá bom. No centro nós encontramos o Chubila. Ele tem 7 anos e tem algumas necessidades, como roupas e alimentação. Também falta documentação para que ele possa ir à escola.
My name is Tanaka. Here I decided to adopt this child. I'm going to help him with clothes and everything that he wants. I will be visiting this place for any needs that I can.
Eu sou Manuel Domingos.
O que faz, Manuel Domingos?
Eu faço aqui, eu sou doente. Então internei aqui no centro do abrigo.
Hello, I am Justin and this is Manuel Domingos. He's actually from here in our province, come from Malange. Malange is also a province of Angola. Well, Manuel Domingos is in need of radio, shoes and also medical care. Through this program, I am going to have the opportunity to help him.
O benefício necessário que o pai está a necessitar são alimentação, vestuário, medicamentos, apoios quando há óbito, material escolar e falta de cédulas.
Porque tenho aí umas crianças que são de longe e não têm cédulas, não têm nenhum tipo de documento e eles saem de longe. Agora eu não tenho como arranjar maneira para dar as cédulas para eles serem matriculados.
Para isso, o que é que você mais gostaria de ser?
De ser jornalista.
Ok, o Giovanni pretende ser duas coisas ao mesmo tempo. Ele quer ser jornalista e pretende ser também um dia polícia. E nós esperamos que um desses sonhos um dia venha se realizar, tanto em ser polícia e como ser jornalista. O importante é entregar nossos sonhos na mão de Deus e nós vamos orar também para que um dia os sonhos de Giovanni venham se realizar.
You know, it's funny how sometimes we take what seems to be small and insignificant and we forget how significant it could be for someone else. You know, I take moving from point A to point B for granted at times, and seeing this story and hearing these people and knowing what it did for them was a huge blessing in my life and helped me understand that something so small that might seem small that you do could mean the world to someone else. And coming to our next story, we're going to be moving to Zambia, where when the youth found out that the theme was adoption, they didn't say, no, we want to adopt one person or one small thing. They decided to go all out. I'm talking a whole ward. I'm talking a whole orphanage. Please have a look at this amazing story and be blessed.
come to talk about Christ without also doing a service. As a church, we believe that we can talk about Christ and also offer a service. As Lusaka Conference, we are here celebrating GYD at Fountain of Hope Orphanage, where we have been mingling with our friends here and helping them cleaning the environment and also offering some prayer services and also just some interaction, even donations of books and so on. It has really been a wonderful day here, and this actually is an experience of a lifetime, seeing how these kids are developing and also being able to make it in life and seeing the background of this institution. We are happy as a church that now we can adopt this place and also be coming here, working together with them every now and then. So we just say it's a happy moment. We are so excited and looking forward to a better partnership with this environment, so that at the end of the day, we can see a child who will grow in the fear of the Lord, a child who will be responsible, and of course at the end of the day, we see to it that their faith is strengthened, and hopefully to even start a branch here, so that we can be worshiping and praying together with them. So we just say, may God be praised, may His name be exalted for the great things that He's doing for us. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
I'd like to say thank you very much for you taking your time to come here. I know that if you had wanted, you would have gone to Mandayo, Arcades, with your families. Yeah, eat those burgers, chicken and chips. But I decided to come here and mingle with the vulnerable children. I think that goes a long way.
We are gathered here at UTH, the University Teaching Hospital, which is the biggest hospital in Zambia. And we are in E22 ward. This is a female ward which has 54 bed spaces. And of today, this morning, there are only 50 patients who are accommodated from the age of 15 going upwards. There's Loveness Chanda with me here, and I want her to say something. She is the one in charge of this ward. Good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay, how are you?
As you have seen, we have come with a team of the young people. How do you feel having us here?
Here we are looking after patients, about 15 female patients who are nursed with medical conditions. So we want to thank the Adventist youths that have come to our ward to make this visit. And I want also to take this opportunity to thank you for the donation that you brought. So thank you so much. Looking forward to having more of you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. We are celebrating the Global Youth Day today under the theme Adopt. And we are adopting a patient, a prisoner, an orphanage, even a dog, or an old house. But here where we are gathered at the hospital, we have taken time to adopt patients, 50 patients, and we're giving water and fruits, and we are so excited. At the end of this program, we are offering prayers, taking them in the hands of God, that above everything that we have done, there is a guy upstairs, and his name is Jesus Christ, that will take care of them. So we are excited. You'll be interested to know that it is not only in this part where this is being done, it's a global program everywhere in the world. And we are excited about it, and we hope you'll join. Get involved in mission.
Thank you so much, Zambia, for those stories. I personally am truly inspired by them. I mean, adopting a ward in itself is impressive, but adopting a ward in the biggest hospital in Zambia, that's just a whole nother level of selflessness. It's good to see that the youth are taking the slogan to be the sermon very seriously. Our next story, well, what does a hospital, a fire station, and a prison have in common? Well, these are all things that the youth of the Indian Ocean Union Conference decided to adopt. They took supplies and water to the fire station, as well as went to the hospitals and started cleaning and helping out at the hospital. And last but not least, they adopted a children's prison facility. I'm talking about juveniles. And there, please have a look and see what happened.
The Lord has appointed the youth to be his helping hand. We have an army of youth today who can do much if they are properly directed and encouraged. We want our children to believe in the truth. We want them to be blessed by God. We want them to be a part in well-organized plans for helping other youth. Let all be trained that may rightly represent the truth, giving the reason of the hope that is within them, and honoring God in every branch of the work where they are qualified to labor. On this Global Youth Day, young people in the Indian Ocean Union Conference decided to be hands and feet of Jesus by adopting a few institutions. First, we adopted in a prison for minors. We played together and prepared food for them. We gave them books which inspire hope, and soon there will be a community of pathfinders in this prison or re-education center, as you want it to be called. The second adoption was in orphanage, where we showed them the love of God through sharing. The third adoption was in a children's hospital. We gave biscuits and cookies to the children and water and missionary books to those who watched over them. And we prayed for their healing. The last adoption was in the fire brigade. They are used to helping us in difficult circumstances, but this time we decided to help them to quench the fire inside them through the water of life. Like them, we are also in the same business of saving people, but for us indeed, the goal is to be adopted in the kingdom of God, and by this adoption to obtain eternal life.
Très bon. What an amazing story coming from the Indian Ocean Union Conference. It's amazing because a lot of times we think of firefighters and we think of them saving us and them being the heroes, but it's beautiful to see that the youth have gone and adopted them and given them supplies and water. Up next, and I might be a bit biased, is Zimbabwe, where the youth from Zimbabwe have gone out into the street and adopted street kids, as well as gone to a hospital and adopted a ward. Please take a look. I'm gonna go and enjoy this right here.
When you bring such, no one will be disgruntled or say you did not bring much, because this comes from the bottom of one's heart, from the depth and sincerity. It is brought forth with love.
Zimbabwe East Union Conference young people went out in their numbers to be the sermon. They went out and visited others, while others spent time with the less privileged. Of note is Gogo Moyo, who's taking care of the orphans in Warren Park, Harare. They donated foodstuffs and other materials to be used at the home.
It feels good and awesome to be among the young people who help and assist in doing the good work that Christ left us to do in this world.
We are doing it for the less privileged, so that they can feel that they are accommodated at church. There is a place for them.
From today onwards, I think for the young generation, like people my age, you find that most of us don't have much. I don't have much myself. But just coming here, spending time with them, even if it's 30 minutes, if you can afford that, on Sundays when you're not going to work or when you're not going to school, you can just come and just spend some time with them without providing much. Of course, they need material stuff, they need food, they need blankets, we're getting to winter soon. But just being there for them, showing them that we're there and we care for them, we could be just like them. It's not by choice that they're here. So just being there, coming here, spending time with them, and then providing when they need provision. That's what I think is best for us and what we can do, because we can afford to spend some time for them.
Parents complain about the youth. However, I personally do not believe that amongst any one of you here present or those of you who are absent are giving your parents such problems.
Today's experience was an eye-opener for me to appreciate what God has given me already in my life. Seeing the young ones, you know, they don't have parents, they are not that privileged, but I grew up having those things. So I thank God for what He has given me in my life. So it was quite an eye-opener. I've really appreciated what I have, and helping them, painting, playing with them, the joy and the satisfaction is beyond my comprehension.
All of us have been called to work in the Lord's field. Some plant, some weed, and still others do the harvesting. We all have a part to play.
By doing this, it helps our young people within to appreciate the love of Christ, and it also helps others to engage in practical ministry, and at the same time it's also helping the people that we are ministering. They are actually seeing the love and the grace of Christ, not hearing only but seeing the results. We are very glad that it is also helping our young people to grow even physically, because they are engaging physically, and also our people, they are appreciating all the aspects holistically of our ministry as a church.
Anderson Adventist High School has joined the global youth community under the theme Adopt, and as a school we have managed to identify a family which is living 11 kilometers away from the school, and we have adopted the family and managed to gather some groceries and money in order to support the family.
Join us now as we travel to visit the Ngube family to show our act of compassion.
We first met the Ngube family 2 years back when we were doing the evangelist campaign for the school. There we saw that the family was in need and we decided to give them help. As ambassadors, we took it upon ourselves to provide donations through cash for the school fees and food for the family.
Ambassador Epa Anderson, taona zvakafanira kuti tikushanyire zuva ranhasi netsapo yedu diki diki yakadai. Mumwe munokwanisawo kuwana chikafu chevana nechenyu kuti upenyu hwenyu huite nani. Ndipo patauonapo.
Tine mari shomanini yataunganidza kuti tibatsire shamwari dzedu dziri kudawo kuenda kuchikoro. Saka ndiyo takwanisa kuunganidza.
Ndoda kutenda nezvandaitigwa nechikoro cheAmazon kuti shuwa dai Mwari murambe makadaro zvichokwadi nekuti havandibetsera zvokuti nasingakwanisiwo kuti ndingaikwanisa kuzokudla nansisinawo ndinotendawo zvikurusa nekundibetsera kwavaita dai mushuwa ndokukumbira kuti Mwari varambe makadaro muvape simba rakadaro nerudo rwavaita kuuya kuzondionawo nokuti vachindipawo zvokudya.
I challenge the other youths around the world to take this initiative and also help the people in the community to make this world a better place and to spread evangelism through service.
Anderson, GYD19 adults.
In being the hands and feet of Jesus, the West Zimbabwe Conference youths adopted a ward in Mpilo Hospital, the second largest in the country. This initiative saw young people painting the ward among other refurbishments, which included upgrading the ablution facilities.
So as the Seventh-day Adventist youths, we decided to adopt the A1 ward at Mpilo Hospital and do some refurbishments. So as you can see, we are painting the ward. We are doing these refurbishments so that they see that we love them and the God that we serve also loves them. So we'll be doing this painting. Hopefully it will be done soon, and then we are hoping that this program does not only end here, but even after the GYD.
Other youths went around the vicinity and called a few orphaned kids who live in the streets to share a meal and play with them.
Yeah, yes, I want to thank you for your love.
We have realized that the orphaned youths, they don't only need food and clothes, they also need love, comfort, spending our time with them.
Why? Why mingle with men? Why desire their good? Why show sympathy? Why minister to their needs? Why adopt? Why GYD?
The concept of GYD is to be the hands and the feet of Jesus as we do acts of kindness within our communities. Each year, GYD has a specific theme.
This year, the theme is adopt. One would ask, what do I adopt?
You can either adopt a prisoner, a patient, a stray dog, a park, or even an orphan.
As young people in the East Zimbabwe Conference, we have come up with innovative, creative, and relevant GYD strategies that meet the needs of our constituents.
Additively, the EZC Youth has identified Kudakwashe Home in the heart of Stonebridge.
This home is a cooling shade and a shelter in the time of need for 17 kids with special needs.
Some of these kids can't walk, talk, or do anything other kids their age can do.
Furthermore, their place of abode, together with their caregivers, is not ideal and does not offer favorable living conditions.
The home has no security wall, no electricity, no running water, only to mention but a few existential needs.
However, as young people, we have adopted a short and long-term plan to assist in making the home a better place to stay.
On the short term, we are building a security wall. painting the current structure, pay 1 year school fees for all 17 kids, provide stationery, and assist with basic needs such as food and clothing.
In addition, our long-term plan is to drill a borehole to ensure adequate supply of clean, safe water and to extend the house for a spacious home.
Does that mean this is just an event?
Definitely no. We are changing lives until this mission is complete.
You know, I always say there's nothing that shows love quite like sharing food. Now, I don't know whether it's the inner foodie in me or what, but seeing the Zimbabwean youth sharing their food with the youth, it really was something special for me. And I always say I truly believe that you and I's most valuable asset is our time. And seeing the time and the effort that was put into these projects really shows God's love shining through. And in fact, God says we are the light of the world. And much like the lighthouse behind me, he wants us to let our light shine for others. And it was evident to see that the youth in Zimbabwe are letting their light shine for Christ. Now, our next story, the youth from Golden Harvest Church decided to adopt something. And I'm pretty sure it's not what you're thinking. Here's a clue. It is a body, but no head. It has a bank, but no money. And it runs, but has no legs. Take a look.
Global Youth Day.
Be the Sermon.
Global Youth Day.
Be the Sermon.
Their slogan is loud and clear, be the Sermon. The young people from Golden Harvest, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Johannesburg in South Africa, accompanied by their parents, indeed want to be the Sermon by being the hands and feet of Jesus in their community. On this day, the Global Youth Day, they decided to do it in style by adopting part of the Ferenda River that runs in their community. As part of their community responsibility, the young people, supported by their parents, decided to adopt this river and cleaned the filthy banks, which has become a health hazard, not only to the community but to the surrounding environment as well. It's unbelievable that due to pollution, siltation and dirty, the river was almost disappearing from the face of the earth, and both the young and the old could be seen dirtying their hands in trying to clear the rubbish and clean the river.
We are cleaning up the area because sometimes everybody, they litter here.
We're making sure that our environment is clean, and we're cleaning from this river here up to Republic.
We're cleaning up the river because people litter around, and we want to keep our environment. We want to clean up our environments, keep calm, stay green.
In Harvest Church, we are cleaning up our river here in Ferndale. As you can see, we are picking up the litter and making sure that the river is clean.
It's a TMI day for us, and not only is it a TMI day, it's also a global youth day, so it's two in one. We have decided as the youth of Golden Harvest and the people of Golden Harvest that what can we do with this global youth day coming, and what can we do to be relevant to the community? We now want to be a church in the community and a church for the community. And we decided that let's go out there and find out what is the need of this community. The first need we picked up was the river is dirty. And we decided let's go and clean this river. That's why we are here today, together with the community members. It has been a great day. We came out all in our numbers, and yes, TMI was seen here today. And of course, you saw the sermon. Many t-shirts written, be the sermon, people picking up papers. It was indeed a wonderful, great day.
Armed with all possible cleaning equipment that their hands can touch, the once dirty river was given an extreme new look. Things like papers, plastic and garbage were removed to clear the way for the water to flow freely. Despite the filthy garbage and plastic papers covering the river, the young people and their parents were happy that they are doing a noble thing for their community.
I think it's a great initiative. We haven't nowhere near finished the work. We're sweating already, our gloves are torn, but in Christ we'll continue.
And as a youth, I'm very grateful that I got this chance to make an impact in the community, and we're enjoying what we're doing.
Actually, we are a church in the community, and we are doing everything to make sure that we are the real salt here. The community feels our impact.
This is part of our engagement to the community. Try to mingle with the community and meet their needs, and at the end of the day, try to call them, bid them follow Jesus Christ.
The reason why we have done this cleaning of the river program, it is to let the people of Randburg be aware that as a church, we are always available to work with them.
This is obviously a tool. They say you meet them at their point of needs. Nature is a pure representation of who God is. And unless we take care of our nature, we're also going to suffer as a result. So good people, wherever you are, please start engaging with your communities. Pick up where you can be of influence wherever you are. The Golden Harvest Church has done it in association with the Fendale. It's a very successful event, as you can see. Let us continue working. Let us continue pushing. Your nature, your life.
And as you can see, it has been a good journey to clean the river. And it's very, very, very nice to have such an experience as a Christian, because, you know, the environment, that's where we live in, and we have to take care of it.
As for the community, words fail them as they cannot believe the generous mission work done by the Seventh-day Adventist young people to keep their environment clean, and to adopt a dirty river like this was mind-boggling.
It is very important that we take care of our environment, and we thank these young people from the Seventh-day Adventist Church for championing this cause.
They have done an amazing job. There were like nearly 200 people here today, and they grabbed the bags. We filled about, I would say, 400 plastic bags full of rubbish. So yeah, we are super proud of the Golden Harvest people in our community. Thank you.
We've been in this community for 20 years, and we've been evangelizing in other areas except where we are, because it was a community that was difficult to penetrate. And in this year, we thank God that we're able to find a way that we could penetrate the community through our participation in the community forum. And we did identify activities that the community so desperately needs to be done.
I think God wants us to preserve this earth because He made it beautiful, and He said we must look after it. As stewards and custodians of this area, as a church, we need to lead by example and make the community understand that we are not just here to worship and go away, but we are part and parcel of the community.
At the end of the day, the once filthy river was looking like a proper recreation site where families can go out for nature walk and enjoy God's creation with no danger of any environmental health hazards. As part of their pledge to adopt a Ferenda River, Golden Harvest Church promised to clean the river once every month to make sure that they bring back its glory days. By cleaning the small rivers, the young people are making sure that the future of the big rivers is free from pollution. For the Global Youth Day, this is Noel Spanda reporting.
So ons is hier vandag by Abraham Kriel Kinderhuis waar ons van Potchefstroom se na Adventiste Kerk.
Hier is 25 kinders met 2 kinderversorgers. So ja, dis nogal 'n groot taak.
Noordwes Suid-Afrika, bietjie uitreik op Global Youth Day. En waar ons 'n spesifieke huis in die kinderhuis adopt het vir die aanneem projek.
Ek is Lisandrie Thompson. Ek werk al vir 5 jaar by die kinderhuis. Ek is 'n maatskaplike werker hier. Hier in die kinderhuis is 230 kinders wat ons permanent versorg. Hier is 25 kinders met 2 kinderversorgers. So ja, dis nogal 'n groot taak.
Ons het pakkies vir hulle gebring en dit is vir ons lekker om hulle aan te neem as ons projek vir die globale jeugdag vandag.
Ons het 'n kort boodskap gehad. Ons doen 'n paar arts en crafts met hulle. Ook vir ietsie wat hulle kan onthou, hou as 'n aandenking. En dan gaan ons nog so 3-4 keer hierdie jaar sulke groot projekte met hulle hou en dan ook kleiner derentyd hoor hoe gaan dit hier en dit opvolg om die aanneem projek 'n sustainable projek te maak.
What an amazing and inspiring story from Golden Harvest Church. And I don't know whether it's fate or what have you, but here we are just talking about the youth adopting a river, and I am crossing a river on the beautiful Cavendish Bridge, which was built in 1911. We'd really like to thank you so much for that story, guys. It's funny how they put a twist to adoption, because a lot of times we think of adoption, we're thinking of people or animals, but we often forget when God created the heavens and the earth, He gave us dominion over everything in it. That means nature and that means river. So it's amazing to see the youth rolling up their sleeves and cleaning the Ferndale River 1 month at a time. Thank you so much for that. Moving on, we go to Malawi, where the youth, they took on adoption before it was even a Global Youth Day theme. Mr. Mdindo was involved in a car accident, which, due to complications, ended up leaving him paralyzed. Enter the Malawi youth. Now, these guys decided to help build ramps. They brought supplies. They went for You know what? I think it would be better if you just see for yourself.
On Saturday, March 16, 2019, Seventh-day Adventist young people across the globe will once again join their hands together and circle the world with kindness in both evangelism and service to their communities. Since its inception in 2013, Global Youth Day has continued to grow as the youth and young adults mobilize and become the hands and feet of Jesus and share His love through several acts of kindness. The 2019 GYD theme is Adopt. Young people from Kawale district of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the Central Region of Malawi Union Conference have adopted a patient, Mr. Bazwell Mdindo. Mr. Mdindo was involved in a car accident in the year 2009 and sustained serious head injuries. When recovering, he developed stroke over his legs and later got paralyzed. He can't stand on his 2 feet and he is currently receiving high blood pressure treatment. The situation has made life very difficult for Mr. Mdindo and his family. They hardly find food as the head of the family cannot engage in any financial activity. The 82-year-old man has 8 children and he is currently keeping 3 of his grandchildren. Pastor Dr. Elphys Lowani also visited the adopted patient and shared with him some basic needs.
This is the program GYD, which we say we have to adopt. So the young people in Malawi Union, together with other conferences, they have adopted this old man because he cannot walk, he is paralyzed, he had a stroke. So they have found it that it is good to adopt this fund. We are giving him a wheelchair that he can be moving around at his place. This construction, because of the wheelchair, they are making it a friendly passage for the wheelchair and friendly passages for the toilet and bathroom for the old man to move around. We are assisting this person for a period of 1 year. We have adopted him for 1 year, and every month, and even before a month, we'll be coming here to check his welfare. Yeah, the medical personnel, the government is helping him that one day he can be able to move around for himself. Thank you. Yes.
Bonjour, ça va bien toi? Merci, merci. You know, it's stories like this that really inspire me. Because here we have a situation that's not the best situation. It's a bad situation. But the youth of Malawi find a way of helping, of adopting this man who's paralyzed and making the best out of that situation. You know, it goes to show that sometimes life might throw things that are not able to be stopped in the physical sense, but there's always a positive that you can try to find. And I'd like to thank the Malawi youth for sharing that story with us. Now, the final story from the Southern Africa Indian Ocean Division is coming from South Africa. Now, this is a story about redemption. It's a story about second chances, and it's a story about the power that adoption ministry can have. Be blessed.
My grandmother raising up, struggling with us, I decided to go to Johannesburg to go and look for a job. So what happened in Johannesburg, it happened to say I met with wrong guys there. I just visited one of the guys there in his room, and he was just asking me to say, man, are you looking for a job? I say yes. He said, no man, I got a job, but this job is a job that you get fast cash. This is how we are doing the money. We go out there and look and check the shops that maybe they are vulnerable to enter and to rob, and even for the money that maybe is in the post office, or we do even the cashist. Then the guy was even taking out the money to show me how much he can do a day. So I was attracted to that. I end up doing the crime. A lot of crimes I've committed, and I end up doing a crime whereby we go and rob in one of the post office. At the end of the day, we get caught. And I tried for 2 years in Sun City, Johannesburg prison. And then after that, they sentenced me to 20 years. And then that 20 years, they reduced it to 10 years while I was in prison. It was bad. It was bad. Sometimes when you wake up, or maybe before you even wake up, the wardens will come and unlock your door, because I was staying in a single cell. And they will just come and make a strip search whereby they are looking for data, they are looking for money, they are looking for illegal things that maybe we can use in prison. And they will make your place miserable. And you will feel that really I've messed up with the world. And that will push you to say, I'm not gonna come back to this place. And then I used to go to other churches in prison. But what happened, I was not content in that other churches till there are brethren that were from Seventh Day Adventist Church. By then, I was very hopeless, because I didn't even get a visit in prison. My parents, my family, they were staying so far, whereby I didn't get a visit. So for them coming to church, they were my visitors because they came in there and they showed me some kind of love. And they were even telling me to say, as I'm here, I must know that God is with me and God loves me. Yes, a leopard cannot change his spots. Yeah, some of the guys they can change, but I want to tell you, with us fellowshipping from Seventh-day Adventist, there's a record even in prisons to say guys from Seventh-day Adventist, when they go outside, they don't come back because of the ministry, the powerful ministry that come to us when we're in prison, and the way they teach us the word of God. There we got everything, the moral values and everything. So with us, the guys from Seventh-day Adventist Church, receiving that church in prison, I'm telling you, we have changed. And it's not all about us, but it's all about the God that we are serving and the teachings that we get from the same church, Seventh-day Adventist. I just want to say to the church and the church members who are willing to go to the prisons, there are brethren there, out there, they are waiting for you. Go out there and encourage them. And with prison ministry, you go with the Lord. The security and protection is upon the Lord. So if you just will to go there and you pray to God to say, this is the ministry that I want to do, and I'm telling you, the Lord is going to do wonders with you there inside there, because there are guys that are not getting visit there. There are guys that are staying long time there without even someone to come and visit them as individual. But if you came there and then you start maybe having a relationship with 2 or 3, that you can come maybe not by church, but you come on visiting hours. You just come and engage with that person. I think it's a ministry also, that one, because people are very lonely out there. People, they don't know what God has in store for them, because that place is a place that the devil really is roaring around there. But if you come up there, you go out there to their presence, the Lord is going to do wonders. My name is Teboho Pako, and I'm involved in prison ministry.
As you can see from that powerful, powerful testimony, adoption is such an amazing, amazing thing. And the SID youth have just gone above and beyond here on this Global Youth Day. But let's not just make it about a Global Youth Day. Let's make it about a global youth lifestyle. It doesn't end today. We keep taking it on and on and on. And until next time, here from Mauritius and the SID saying, see you around.